Hi there, welcome back. You recovered?
I think so. I've got a bit of a runny eye and I'm sucking a Strepsil, but I'm OK.
That'll sort you out.
Yeah, it'll help.
I tell you what else will sort you out as our next guest, content creator Claire Sisk, who has dedicated her social media to breaking down stereotypes around what blind people can and can't do.
Yes, Claire lost her sight when she was 29 years old after having 2 strokes, but now she's made it her mission to help others going through sight loss and personal difficulties.
Claire's already been in with Kat and I to talk us through making food in the cooking. It's lovely to have you back. How did the reaction to your food display go for us?
Oh, it was really positive, and like the reason I do this is to give people hope and show them that it can be done, and I was just blown away by the response with people saying, oh, I'm going to try this, and you know, if you're blind and you can do it, then so can I.
Yeah.
Too right.
And even your daughter loved it too,
she
right?
did, yes.
It was her favourite dish.
Harshest critic as
exactly.
ever. So it was a cooking tutorial last time, makeup tutorial this time. Now, you started losing your sight when you were about 29, right? I think we've got an impression of what Claire sees now, so you get a sense of how much you can and can't see. So you've got a few little patches towards your left side and a few at the right, is that right?
So most of it is in the top left corner, but it's quite distorted. So when I do my makeup, there's no point using a mirror because I cannot see any of that detail.
And I think you get asked quite a lot, don't you, online by people saying, why do you want to do your makeup?
Yeah, because it's such a visual thing, and I don't understand if you can't see it, but it's how it makes you feel. And one of the things, when I lost my sight, I didn't want to lose who I was, and wearing makeup has always been me, and I thought, I'm not going to lose that. So I would practice, like with the cooking, I would practice with my eyes closed, look like a clown, but kept going and built that confidence to do it now without a mirror.
And after you've done it, do you ever get anybody, like, do you get your daughter to check it?
I do, yeah. So if someone's home, I'll ask them. But if not, then I'll use the Be My Eyes app or the Estee Lauder VMA app, which tells you where to touch up. It's brilliant.
Oh, and the Be My Eyes app, what's that?
So that's a video call where volunteers will answer your call and I can ask them how I'm looking.
Any question at all, essentially?
Pretty much.
So that's the app that you've told us in the past. You can use it for your shopping and you might be wanting to work out where the right product is.
Yeah, and the sell-by dates on things, they're literally on a a video call with you, so can help you do...
Fabulous.
Brilliant idea.
Brilliant.
Right, should we get started then?
Yes, OK. So some of my tips and tricks, what I actually love about this, the Charlotte Tilbury palette, is it goes in the order that you apply it. So many palettes come where there's multiple colours and you don't know which way to apply it.
Oh, I see. So that one goes clockwise. So it starts with the lightest,
and then you go around.
Yes.
And that's the way that you apply it. And then I use tape to help me position my eyeshadow, and I just pop that under my eye, going up to the corner.
Just regular...
It's micro-pore tape.
Yeah, surgical.
Yeah. So it doesn't
hurt your skin. To make my eyes look a bit more open in the mornings as well.
Do you? Sellotape them open.
Yeah. Did I get those things that sort of reduce some of the swelling? Of course.
Is that the shepherd tip?
Yeah, it's a shepherd technique.
Beauty tip.
My skincare regime is certainly better than it ever has been.
Ben's top tip.
I'm going to take some of these, though. I like that. That's a great idea.
Well, at my age, we have to lift everything, so I'm using the tape.
We do.
So the tape marks the bottom of the eye. And what are you doing there? You're putting some...
So this, I'm just putting on the base eyeshadow, and then I'm doing a smoky eye look. So I'll go in on the outer corner with the dark colour, and that's where the tape comes in handy, because I can hear the noise against it, so I know I'm there. And we bring
And it's like when you're doing your edging on your skirting boards and stuff as well, isn't it?
I'm actually really good at painting.
I bet. Are you really? Do you do all that too?
I would never do that.
It wouldn't surprise me if she did.
But it's a brilliant... It's such a simple technique, but what a brilliant idea.
Yeah, absolutely. How did you discover this, Claire?
At first, I was using the edge of my credit card, and then I had to get rid of the credit card, and I needed something else. So I thought, oh, I'll use sellotape, or, well, gaffer tape, but that hurts when you pull it off. Don't use gaffer tape. And then my sister works in a hospital, and she recommended the micro-pore.
OK.
So that is how I would then...
And how long do you normally give yourself, Claire, to do this?
Well, today I have about 8 minutes. Normally I allow myself about 2 hours because it does go wrong. It's not one of those things that always goes right.
Fail-safe.
Yeah, and that's the reality of my world. And then I'll use the tape on my nose for when I'm doing my mascara, because we always get black dots somewhere.
Oh, I see, yes, from going too close to your nose.
Yeah. And there is a little contraption that I started using when I was practicing.
Yeah.
And that just goes over, and it's like an eyelid protector. But you get so confident at doing your makeup that you don't end up using
So the more
that.
practice you've had...
Although I feel like that has just gone on my eyelid.
Yes, however, though, Claire, I mean, I get mascara on my eyelid. You're doing that better than I ever could.
And hopefully not pulling a stupid face.
I'd probably do that
You've
too,
got a bit
actually.
of sticky tape on your nose. I mean, now's not the time to start worrying about looking stupid.
And then my tip for blush,
Yeah.
which some of these packaging I find are accidentally accessible, like these, they're magnetic. So this is the Estee Lauder one. Anyone with dexterity problems, magnetic's really, really good. And obviously the quadrant, that goes in the order you use it.
Yeah, the clockwise order.
And then with blush, it's always less is more. I always go into store to get colour matched and to talk about colours. And then when I'm doing my blusher, to do the placement, I use my forefinger and my thumb, put it under my cheekbone and just use that as a little guide.
Brilliant.
And then I'll blend that out.
And I guess blending is, like, key.
Yeah.
That's the most
One
important thing.
I was taught was when you think you've blended enough, blend some more.
Yes. Yes, just keep going. And what about things like foundation, Claire, as well?
Foundation's quite easy, I find, if you get colour match.
OK, so go into the store and do that too.
And because it's buildable, so you start light, and it's the way it feels on your skin more than anything.
I read something in the brief, actually, about you smelling brushes, so you know what brushes to use as well.
So certain brands, like their blushes, Benefit blushes, have a different smell depending on what colour it is, so I'll know whether I'm using Dandelion or the peach one, Georgia it's called, and just by that you can tell. So again,
Really helpful.
Accidentally accessible.
Wow, because your senses are so heightened in every...
So you've done eyeshadow, mascara, you've done your blush, now you're doing your brows.
Brows, yeah. So I find a brow gel easier to use, and because the brows are furry, they make a crunchy kind of noise when you're applying it. But I always do my eye makeup before I do my base, so that if I do go over, I've got some micellar water and a cloth, and I'll neaten it up afterwards, and then I can go in and complete the look with my foundation.
Have you ever had any terrible mistakes?
Yeah, quite a lot. I'd done my makeup and I used Be My Eyes.
Yeah.
And the chap on the other end, I said, oh, do I look a bit like a panda bear? I think he thought that was the look I was going for, because he was like, yeah, you do. And I was just like, great, OK.
So you can't guarantee the person that's going to pick up on the Be My Eyes is going to be somebody who's experienced with makeup.
No, you can't. But it's all fun and games.
It is. And it looks brilliant.
It does look absolutely amazing. I can't do my makeup as good as you've just done that. I really can't.
In
It's
7.5 minutes, Claire, it's absolutely...
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
It was a world record, surely.
All the products are on the app. Yeah, so we're all covered there. Thank you, Claire. Thank you so much.
I think it's a really interesting thing, as well, as you were saying, they are sort of accidentally accessible.
Yeah,
But
yes.
for any of those companies and brands, if you could create things that have a pattern to them, that means if you are blind or you're partially sighted or have some reason that you can't use them in a normal way, or you have restrictions on your movement, it makes a big difference.
To be able to distinguish that's game changer. I mean, to have a QR code on it would be better, but we'll go with what we've got.
Let's go baby steps first and then push for that.
Lovely stuff.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thanks, Claire.
Thank you.
Right then.